Hey there, my name is Claire and welcome to A Day in My Life. I'm a student who works at a national park and today I work outside. I'm responsible for spring monitoring program that we've got, and that day it was quite rainy, so I just had to prepare a lot more gear than usually. Just had to take a lot more stuff to keep dry and warm the whole day through. I don't work always outside, it's like 50-50, but that day I had to do the monitoring, had to take the measurements outside at the springs. For that I had to prepare the gear, I had to change some measurement caps, some sensor caps to make sure that all the measurements are correct, that the gear is up to date and functioning well. So that was what I did beforehand in the office. And then I had reserved our work car, our science car basically. That's only for our department. It's not always free, but this day I had reserved it because I was driving up some roads which are just better accessible with four-wheel drive. Can't do that with my private car. So I'm first heading up the mountain to the first two springs. So this is one of my favorite springs and favorite valleys, but the weather just made the hike a bit unpleasant. But what I do at the springs is take some measurements, air temperature, water temperature, pH, how much water is flowing, and that kind of stuff. We do that twice a month. In winter time only once, because the springs are just not very accessible then, and it's just too much effort to get there. But twice a month since like 10 years. The springs are like 20 springs we monitor. There are of course a lot more springs in the park, hundreds of them, but we picked out 20 to where we can get easily, like relatively easily, but they're all over the park to just represent the whole park basically. So we do have to drive a lot to get there and hike a lot. So this is in completely another valley, but it's really nice because the water is there which comes out is also the drinking water for the town here. So it's quite important to just check the quality regularly. It's of course not our job, but it's also just for our own interest, it's relevant. As you can see, it's not really a natural spring. Some things are just not natural because the nature and the mountains and the people were there before the national park, and it's not like in the US that we have a lot of space. It's quite densely populated here in the Alps, or at least in this part of the Eastern Alps. So there are just some man-built structures here which but we won't take down. So basically this is the point where the water comes out. The valley is filled with stones, and the water runs beneath that down. It takes 10 years so it's quite filtered, and this is the point where it just comes up to the surface and gets also then used as drinking water.